To wear the uniform comes with tremendous sacrifice and great honor. Recruitment efforts are always underway for those interested in joining the forces and to serve with the servant's heart. Let's welcome Chiquanna Giles, Recruitment Manager for the North Charleston Police Department, and Breanna Daniels, Background Investigator with the department. Ladies, I want to thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So, you know, the recruitment effort, I know, must be a little bit challenging because there are just certain people who are made for this type of work. So let me start with you, Chiquanna. What are some of the qualities that you look for in potential law enforcement officers?
As you mentioned, you know, first thing first, this is a profession that someone really actually has to want to get in. It can't be something that they just magically woke up one morning and say, I want to be a police officer, because, you know, you have other people's lives, you know, pretty much in your care.
Yeah.
So besides our minimum requirements, we just want someone that wants to do the job, wants to make a difference in the community, as well as being an impact in the community.
You know, of all the police officers and people who've worn the uniform that I've spoken to in the past, they say it's a calling. It's a purpose. It's, you know, it really does take someone who has a passion for that kind of work. So you were mentioning some minimum requirements, and I'm sure people who are watching this right now are curious what some of those requirements are. So what is sort of the baseline before you start getting into the more specifics?
Before you get into the more specifics, you of course will have to be 21 years old before you attend the academy. You have to have good mental state, be in good physical conditions in order to pass the physical requirements, of course. You have to be able to pass a background check. Your driving history has to be up to par. It can't be, of course, you will want to have a good driving record. But overall, those are the minimum requirements to be a police officer.
And that's where you come in, Breanna, with the background investigation. So you get into the nitty-gritty of someone's life story. So that actually sounds like a lot of fun. So what are some of the red flags that you tend to see or that you look out for?
So we do have like disqualifications listed on our website, like you can't have driving under the influence, anything on your NCIC record. Those are all going to be big red flags.
Right. So that's really the big one. Certainly you don't want to have a criminal past or anything like that. But about how long does it take to go through the process from application to being accepted into the force?
Once they put in the application, of course we'll do the background. And then, you know, they have to go through all of the testing, then they have to do an interview and they get an additional offer, they have more testing. And like I said, the background is ongoing, and the academy comes after they are hired. So even though they are, you know, they have a year to go to the academy and get through that process.
Is there a date or an age where you can no longer apply?
No, we don't have an age limit.
You do not?
You just have to be 21. As long as you can pass the physical agility test, we don't have a max cutoff limit.
I see. Okay, very good. And for people who want more information to apply, where should they go?
You can follow us on our recruitment page. The short version of it is NCPD Recruits. And that should pull up our page.
Wonderful. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you
for having us.
We're back after this.